Peace to your feet, we bringing the news. Facts stay sharp, yeah, we never confused. From the streets to the world, get the real, no cap. Breaking headlines, put the truth on the map. Yo, fast with the facts, we don't play no games. Report on what's real, we ain't chasing fame. Call Peace TV, stay locked, stay tuned. If you want the real talk, we deliver it soon. Call Peace TV, we bringing the news. Facts stay sharp, yeah, we never confused. From the
Hey y'all, hey, back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be putting some things together that I thought was quite interesting when it comes to Naziyah and her mom and a lot of things that has been said from a lot of people. Um, could be a reach, but maybe it's something to it. But no one has touched on this, so I guess I'll touch on it. Y'all just I got a few videos that I'm gonna be posting, put together that from some videos I did along with other people's commentary, and we'll see what we get from it. Because I have some questions and I have some suspicions because honestly, these things aren't being said for no reason, and her mom isn't being put into this situation for no reason if she literally wasn't around during this time. So y'all stay with me. Let's jump into these um, videos that I have, and we'll go from there.
Let's get into this. So you did state that him and Lady would paint together and do things together. Cause with Lady, I want to bring now we're going to get on to Lady because I do want to come back to Jarvis, but I want to get on to Lady. So Lady was painting with Jarvis because Lady's coming up in the picture a lot now and stuff like that because they said that Lady is the one that introduced Jarvis into the family. So we was trying to get a connection and build a connection and stuff like that with Lady and Jarvis. And was Lady messing with Jarvis first? Because how do you just bring Jarvis to the family? What was Jarvis doing to make Lady say, "Hey, let me take you to my mom's house and introduce you to the family"? It's
Now
just not common.
I'm gonna tell you something about that. For what I know, most of Lady's encounters or whatever she did that outside of the house. I don't know about her connecting life or whatever because she did that outside the house. Um, I never seen her bring anybody to the house saying, "Oh, this is my boyfriend," or in such a case, "This is my girlfriend." I never seen that.
Getting into this we're going into the Lady on this drug dealer money, so that story pans out to be true. Another story, and then boom, Lady's up there in Ohio with you, lo and behold. So you said she was getting off the hook, she was getting involved with all of these dealers and things like that, and boom, right before Naziyah goes up missing, who comes back to good old Detroit at the traveling Lady, correct?
Correct.
So we're getting into the disappearance of Naziyah. And we come out to find out that because let me get my notes. Well, let's stay that Lady for a second. So I get it. Ladies in a she's owing some big times, drug dealers and stuff, and I just don't want no parts. You try to help her. You said you try to get a rehab. Um, uh, talk with Prince. What was it about the cell phone?
You said, Kent, you said the last time you had been down there, your cell phone had disappeared. You couldn't find it. Somehow you hadn't, and you've never seen that phone again, correct?
It was a LG stylus. Uh, I think it was a two or a one or something like that. Where I had switched one of my numbers, to this free cell phone. You know, they had the free cell phone things, and so I put the chip in that phone, and then I had that phone, and I had my other phone. So Um, the kids would always like to play with my phones when I was there. And this particular day that I went down there with my phone, I only got my main phone back, but my secondary phone never came back with me. So supposedly it was lost, but I don't know because I didn't see it.
And do you remember that number to that phone?
Oh,
The area code?
uh-huh. And then I have a secondary phone.
Okay, so it was stated that, and I asked you that about Lady being back because it was crucial. It's very crucial to the timeline before Naziyah's disappearance. That it was stated that that Lady did give Naziyah a phone, but when Naziyah went missing, unfortunately, Lady, that it was stated at first that Lady had the phone again, and that she said they told the police that there was no phone. She never had a phone, but yet they said that Lady was the phone was pinging back to the mother. Then they changed it and said the phone was pinging back to Annette, but they did state that the phone was pinging back to the mother, and which was stating that Lady had that cell phone back, and they was trying to figure out how did Lady get this cell phone back.
Well, I do know that Lady, I did hear talk of Lady giving Naziyah a phone and Tavarius. And I know it was always very common that Annette would take those phones because they don't be doing their house chores, and so she wanted to make sure they understood that it was important to do their house chores. So she would take the phone from them.
And a lot of the things that was wrote to Jarvis wasn't deleted. A lot of stuff wasn't deleted. And I did hear Annette say she took that phone, so I just want to know, with them saying they didn't know the relationship. A lot of people are saying they didn't know the relationship of Jarvis and Naziyah, which is stemming not to be true. If we're gonna be honest, it's too much. We didn't know, and phones are being used.
So y'all heard that. And so the big question is, how did Jarvis get into this family? I know a lot of people are saying that Marquita met Jarvis first. But how did Marquita meet him then? Because it's being speculated that um, Naziyah's mom met him first and was painting with him. Also, it was said that she used to be at that hotel with Jarvis. So I'm wondering if Jarvis is the dealer that a lot of people have been talking about, because also Naziyah's dad said that he used to be with Naziyah's mom at that lady at that hotel at the hotels too, which is how obviously Naziyah got conceived. So I'm wondering, because I'm trying to put all of this together, and what if Lady met Jarvis first, and that's how he became part of the family, like got intertwined with this family. Because y'all heard Kenna talking about that cell phone, right? Okay, watch this.
Numbers that she had tried to text her phone or whatever. That any phone number that any of the children had ever called me from, I gave them those phone numbers. And I told them about she had social media, she had tablets. Right, and I told them that I knew that the kids frequently used Shannon's phone, and that Shannon had a cell phone in my name for years. And I told them, what do I need to do? And that's when they said, well, you can come down here or whatever. When was the phone? What was the phone number, et cetera? And I went down there and did what I needed to do and signed the affidavit for them to do whatever. To get that's what a phone. That's what the text messages and everything that everybody is hearing them speak of in court. That's what that is from those phones. They subpoenaed phones. Phone records from multiple different people, not just Shannon and us, but a phone from her mother. That they didn't know she had. No, her last phone, from what we know, she had a phone from her. Although her phone was taken because she had been punished, and her phone was taken for some shit shouldn't even been punished for. But anywho, her phone was taken from her, and I'm like, no, I got wind that her mother gave her a phone nobody knew about, and that came out to be actual and factual. So they also subpoenaed that phone again. Yeah, they found out because it was a government phone that she had used. They had took her phone not too far before she left, from what we understand. And then her mother had gave her her government phone so that she can keep in contact with her or whatever, because her grandmother had took her phone. And her mother told me that she had my phone. So that's when we
So y'all heard Kendall say his phone, it was a free phone, which is a government phone. How is it that him and Lady has a government phone at the same time, and then neither one of them have the government phone anymore? Also, Kenneth said in that clip that when he came back, he realized that he didn't have his phone. So came back from where? So was him and Lady in Detroit at the same time? That's kind of fishy that y'all both in Detroit at the same time and both y'all phones are gone, which is government phones. Supposedly Naziyah had them, and now Naziyah is missing. But let's keep going. I need y'all
The
opinion.
lady, her name was, I hope I ain't saying it wrong. I think her name was was it Veronica Bright or Victoria Bright? I want to say it was
Victoria.
Veronica Bright. When she said, okay, Victoria Bright, that's her name.
Yeah, that's what my partner just said.
Okay, how can we get somebody tag her in the chat, because I guess when I was on yesterday, um they said that she saw Lady and Naziyah together the day before she excuse me, Naziyah went missing. So I think that we need to get in contact
That was her
with
Facebook
her.
name. You
I
said you
think
about to find.
her name was in the chat yesterday. I never went on her actual page, but I think her name was Victoria Bright, and she put on there and said that she saw Naziyah and Lady together the day before she went missing. So that would have been the second person that supposedly saw Naziyah the day she went missing, because Shannon said she was the last person to see her. So that would have made her first. But this lady is saying that she's seen both Naziyah and her mother together and spoke to them. All this other stuff like that. So then he goes off and says that, I said, how do you know Naziyah? Or what have you. I'm her cousin. This is her. We looking for her. Just tell us what you know. Do you know Shannon? He said he with Shannon every day. I said, okay, when does Naziyah go to school? When the last time you seen Naziyah? He said he did Naziyah hair at 8:00 the day before she went missing. The first.
So y'all heard what Roxy said, and that makes sense to me because I have a recording that I did on my channel from the interrogation with Jarvis, and he tells the detectives that the last time he saw Naziyah was when she was out there getting her hair done. So I'm gonna play that recording for you guys, and also with the lady saying that she saw Naziyah and Lady together the day before she went missing, and that she actually spoke to them. Kind of makes sense too, because how else did Lady get the phone that was pinging to her house that was Naziyah's? How did she get it? Well, pinging to whatever house Lady was at. So I'm gonna play that part as well. Now stay tuned. But they marked her present the day after she went missing. Y'all failed this child. Everybody, that's what I'm saying. Everybody around this girl, around Naziyah, failed her. Now, it's mighty strange that this teacher spoke and they brung her on the stand, because like I've been finding discrepancies with everybody's story throughout this whole case. But I don't take Jarvis' word for nothing either, really. But it's kind of strange that she don't know if Naziyah was there on the 8th. She knows 100% she was there on the 9th. She knows she wasn't there on the 10th, but they mark her present on the 10th. And Jarvis literally say in this interrogation, he didn't see Naziyah on the 9th, which we know he lying. Or is he lying? We're gonna go with he's lying, that he didn't see her on the 9th. Okay? He says the last day he saw her was the 7th. In this interrogation that I'm finna play for y'all. That's strange that he says he see her. The last day he see her was on the 7th. And then the school don't know if they saw her on the 8th. But they did see her on the 9th. And they didn't see her on the 10th. But they marked her present on the 10th. I'm just saying, y'all. putting together what they saying and what they present, and I'm showing y'all. I'm breaking it down. That's all I'm doing. So let's watch this interrogation.
When did she go missing? January 9th? So if you know, like, how long, when was the last time you saw her before that? Like when did she leave the house?
I want to say like 2 days before.
2 days before? Okay.
Yeah. 2 days before I said that.
You were all at the house? Because you're the
I put up all the time.
Yeah.
So y'all heard him say, because he asked him, when did she go missing? January 9th, right? And he was like, when was the last time you seen her? And he said 2 days before that, meaning 2 days before the 9th, which would be January the 7th. Now, something else, could it be that he had the actual date wrong? Because in his next interrogation, he says the same thing everybody else has been saying, that he's seen her. She was at the neighbor's house going back and forth getting her hair done, as well as being in the basement on the day that he saw her, which that day is the 8th. So it's possible that he got the actual dates wrong. And I say that just because I'm trying to figure out what part did all of these people play in Naziyah being missing. Let's go.
So I don't even know what it was, but
You talking about back and forth between the houses? Getting her hair?
last time I was there in the basement.
So she wasn't back and forth.
That day, no. The last time I seen her, she was getting her hair done. Yes, she was. She was back and forth because the dude, little sweetie, he stayed next door. So she was going back and forth with him next door, but they were in the basement at the grandmother's house getting her hair did.
Pausing at.
Now, in this next clip I'm about to play is when Marquise, on his podcast, talks about Naziyah going missing and the phone being pinged and her supposedly being with Lady last. So y'all like, comment, subscribe, give y'all feedback with this video that I did, because I might not come back with any more commentary. That might be the last clip, and then I'll probably do a part 2 to this. So,
her mother actually had a drug debt. She supposedly ran off with a large amount of drugs from somebody's house, whoever she was dealing with on that level. And the individuals actually met with the family. The individuals who she stole the dope from met with the family and told them, hey, the older guy said, you know what, she could come to the house and work off her debt. However they was going to work that out. She can come to the house and work her debt off, and we can call it even. But the younger guy supposedly said, you know what, if I find her, I'm going to kill her. And if I can't find her, I'm going to get to who she loves. The police started investigating. Now we're going to get into all of the loopholes of the police investigation, right? When the police started investigating, they went to the mother. Let's start back with the mother, with the investigations. They went to the mother and they said, hey, does Naziyah live with you? No, she doesn't. Does she have any social media? No, she doesn't. Do you have a phone for her or a phone number? No, I don't. Okay, so this is the mother talking to the police. So a week after, when she was actually reported, or I don't know if it was a week or this month, a month after, because we know this is a month old. It was a week after. It was a week after. So the police started pinging a known phone number for Naziyah. The police started pinging a known phone number for Naziyah, and they found out that 2 days after she went missing, the phone was cutting on and cutting off. You know what I'm saying? A couple days go by, the phone to cut on and to cut off. The police pinged the phone back to Naziyah's mother's house. So the police come back to the house and say, well, you said she didn't have any social media. We found 4 pages for her on social media. Okay. You said she's not here and you don't have a phone for her, but the phone number we have for her is pinging back to your address. So now all of a sudden the mother, oh, well, I found this. I did have this one phone that I found of hers that I had, and it was me cutting the phone. I was cutting the phone on and cutting the phone off. So the police like, well, you fucking up the investigation now because we trying to find out where this girl is, and we pinging the damn location of the phone, and it's pinging back to the house, and you say she's not here. So what?
TV, we bringing the news. Facts stay sharp, yeah, we never confused. From the streets to the world, keep it real, no cap. You're breaking headlines, put the truth on the map. Call it these. TV, we bringing the news. Facts stay sharp, yeah, we never confused.